ABC 7 News presents Surviving Suicide.
Hello and welcome to our ABC 7 News special, Surviving Suicide. I'm Kevin Roy, and I am a survivor of suicide. I lost my mother, Diane Marcus Roy, to suicide 13 years ago. That loss has been the driving force behind a special series of reports that ABC 7 has produced over the past year in conjunction with the Carter Center in Atlanta. Former First Lady Rosalind Carter has been a longtime champion of mental health issues. From teenage suicide to campus killers committing suicide, in this special report, we'll be examining many issues surrounding this mental health epidemic. Suicide claims more than 32,000 lives every year in the U.S., taking nearly twice as many lives as homicide. It is the fourth leading cause of death for adults between the ages of 18 and 65. National statistics show every day about 80 Americans take their own life and 1,500 more attempt to do so. But because of the stigma still surrounding suicide, it's something we rarely talk about. We begin now with our first effort to try to change that. A very personal story, what happened to my mother and my family after she took her life. It's a story I first shared a few years ago.
Pictures of the way my family used to be. These are my most treasured possessions. My mother's smile lights up every portrait. My father says she was the glue that held us together.
She was the center of our lives. That's the type of person she was.
But behind that bright smile, Diane Marcus Roy hid a lifelong battle with bipolar disorder, manic depression, which proved to be fatal. Growing up in River Forest, there were few clues when my family lived here. At her 50th birthday party, no one could have imagined my mother would be dead a year and a half later. Her life started to unravel in 1993. After 29 years of marriage, she announced she wanted a divorce. She left my father, sold the house, quit her law practice, and moved from Chicago to Sedona, Arizona, all within a year. She also had a newfound interest in anything that was of a spiritual nature.
She was seeing spiritualists, card readers, psychics.
So many changes in so little time. Classic signs I would later learn of a manic phase. And so it was for the next 6 months, her family wanting to believe these changes were all for the better. But then, suddenly, she crashed. On a summer night in 1995, I came home to a message on my answering machine, my father telling me my mother was threatening suicide.
So what do you mean? You don't know if you can go on. Are you thinking about killing yourself?
We flew her back to Chicago. She met with a suicide counselor and came up with a plan to leave Arizona and move back home. My mother even promised my sister and me that suicide was not an option. So in late August of '95, she flew back to Sedona, supposedly to sell her condo. 4 days later, we got a call from the Sedona police. She was dead.
She put herself in a bathtub. She lit candles. She had gone to the store and bought vodka she never drank, and she ingested this vodka as fast as she could. I think that I should have gotten on that airplane with her. I think I should have been smart enough to say no to going on the airplane. But I was none of that.
My mother did leave us a note written nearly a month before she died. She signed it, "Forgive me if you can. Love, Diane."
I feel like she damaged me. She hurt me in such a horrible, horrible way.
Forgiveness has been difficult, especially forgiving ourselves for missing or overlooking some of the warning signs. Experts say a person might be suicidal if he or she talks about committing suicide, experiences drastic changes in behavior, withdraws from friends, loses interest in work, school, hobbies, or gives away prized possessions. My mom gave away her dog weeks before she took her life. Now, it all seems so obvious. She was mentally ill. Poor decisions and radical life changes sank her into a terrible depression. But tragically, my mother never was diagnosed as manic depressive. She did take antidepressants on occasion, but she was never hospitalized nor got the kind of help she really needed because she was an expert at concealing her true feelings.
The psychologist who saw her at the Suicide Prevention Center said to me, and I saw her later, that she was the best they had ever seen at hiding what she felt.
The thinking is so fevered that one does false credit to think that your mom was logical and thoughtful at the time she killed herself. It was her illness speaking and not her.
Her illness may have had the final word, but as my photo albums show, she spoke to us with love and caring during her 51 years. It is those words I now hear. It is those words that I still miss.
13 years later, I still miss her every day, but my family and I are able to look at those photos now and remember the many happy and joyful memories she gave us. For survivors of suicide, mental health experts say